This lesson is over how to convert measurement units. Customary system. Within a customary system. Two things of name. This is a number routine of alike and different. Name two things alike and two things that different about these. So 6 kilometers is equivalent to 9 minutes, and 40 kilometers is the same thing as 1 hour. Well, like they're about time and kilometer. I see integer numbers. Different. This is about minutes and hour, but I do know 1 hour is the same thing as saying 60 minutes. What else can I say about this? Is 6 kilometer 9 minute equivalent to 40 kilometers and 60 minutes? Well, let's see. If I break this down by dividing by 3, that would be 2 kilometers for every 3 minutes. And if I scale it forward by 20, multiplying by a scale factor of 20 by 20, then that would be 40 kilometers. Hey, they're equivalent. 6 kilometer is the same thing as 9 minutes, which is the same thing as 2 kilometers at 3 minutes, which is the same thing as 40 kilometers and 60 minutes. So, in using a calculator, in 1 year, how many minutes are there? So, using your calculator, can you calculate how many minutes are there? Do you have an answer yet? Well, here's the answer if you're just impatient. As soon as it works. Here's the answer.
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter, in stride. How about?
So, if you didn't get it, it's 525,600 minutes make a year. Because there's 60 minutes in an hour times 24 hours in a 24 hours in a day times 365 days in a year. So 60 minutes times 24 hours times 365 will get you 525,600 minutes. All right, so let's look at our do now. The ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 3. There are 1,200 students at McMillan Junior High. How many boys attend our school? So this is about boys, girls, and students. So I'm going to make a ratio table, a triple ratio table. So the ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 3. How many students is that? 5 students. If there are 1,200 students at McMeans Junior High, how many boys attend? So how do you build 5 students to 1,200? I could figure out, but you know what? I'm going to build it up slowly. I'm going to build it up by 20. So that'd be 100 students. Build it up by 20, that would be 60 girls. By 20, that's 40 boys. Now I'm going to build it by 12. So that's 1,200 students. Times 12, that's 720 girls. Times 12, that's 480 boys. So there are 480 boys, 720 girls, and 1,200 students. So how many boys are there? 480 boys. So what does an ordered pair from this graph represent? This is about feet and this is about inches. 1 feet has 12 inches. 2 feet has 24 inches. 3 feet has 36 inches. Oh, I know what it represents. It represents the number of feet that correspond to its equivalent inches. Write the rate as a unit rate. So 12 inches is equivalent to 1 foot. Explain how could you use this graph to determine the length in inches of a 2.5-foot iguana? Well, 2.5 foot would go right here. 30 inches. 30 inches. So what we're going to be talking about today is the equivalency, meters to kilometer. If you're going to be given a mathematics chart such as this, and can you find its equivalent? So meters and kilometers right there. So write it as a unit rate. There are 1,000 meters, m, that is the same as saying 1 kilometer. Fluid ounces in cups. Right here, 1 cup has 8 fluid ounces. So there are 8 fluid ounces for every 1 cup. So to convert measurement units, conversions can be written as unit rates. For example, a gallon is equivalent to 4 quarts. You can use the unit rate 4 quarts over 1 gallon to convert quarts to gallons. So the average weight of a baby at birth is 7 pounds. How many ounces is the average weight of a baby? Looking at your conversion chart, it will say ounces and pounds. 1 pound is the same as saying 16 ounces. So let's use a ratio table. 1 pound is equivalent to 16 ounces. How do I build that up to 7 pounds? Do you like multiplying between, or would you like to multiply within? You'll still get the same answer. Let's do it within. How do you turn 1 pound to 16 ounces? You multiply by 16. If you multiply 16 times 7, you would get 112 ounces. Is equivalent to 7 pounds. If you like multiplying between, you multiply by 7, the scale factor is 7. 16 times 7 is 112 ounces. So a baby weighs 112 ounces. The tunnel is 2 3/4 kilometer long. How many meters is that? If you look at your conversion chart, it says 1 kilometer is the same as saying 1,000 meters. By the way, if you rather write kilometer over meters, go ahead. You'll still get the same answer. So where would I put 2 3/4 kilometer? Top or bottom? Bottom right here, 2 3/4. So how do you turn 1 kilometer to 1,000 meters? You multiply by 1,000. Ooh, I'm going to have to multiply this by 1,000. Do you still remember how to multiply mixed numbers? If not, go back to my older lesson, my past lessons, previous lesson. So 2 3/4 is 11/4. And 11/4 times 1,000 is, now how do you write 1,000 as a fraction over 1? So that's 11,000 over 4. Can this improper fraction be simplified? I bet you can. I know at Pattison they use something called the big one. So I'm going to divide both of these by 4. So 4 divided 4 is 1. 11,000 divided by 4 is 2,000. See, I'm trying to do it in my head, by the way. And 4 going 11, it goes in 2 times. That's 30. So that's 2,000. That goes in 7 times. 28, 32. 2,750. So there are 2,750 meters for every 2 3/4 kilometer. And that's the answer. Next example. A recipe for ice cream calls for 1 in 6,500 liters of milk. How many milliliters is that? I have no idea. So let's go and look at my chart. Liters. Oh, here it is. 1 liter has 1,000 milliliters. Let's label our ratio table. Whoops. Liters and milliliters. 1 liter has 1,000 milliliters. If you would like to write it the other way around, it doesn't matter. Just make sure the labels are correct. Oh no. Oh no. Let's reload that again. So as we're waiting, it says 1 liter turns into 1,000 thing. What do we multiply by? By 1,000. Oh, goodness. Technology. Sorry about that. So again, this lesson is over. Oh, here he goes. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's go back to where we started from. Here it is. Sorry about that. So let's get my pen again. So a liter and milliliters. 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. If you have 1 in 6,500 liters, how many milliliters are there? So from this, I need to build it up by 1,000. So what is 1 in 6,500 times 1,000? That means I'm going to move the decimal point 3 over. So it'll be 1,650. Let's use common sense. Every liter is 1,000. So about 1 liter, we know it's going to be 1,000 something. So 6,500 would be less than 1,000. So 650. 1,650. Let's go here. Ralph served 6 quarts of lemonade to his guests. How many cups? If I go back to my measurement chart, what does it say about quarts and cups? Nothing. So this is called a double conversion. Some people do not like this, but you will have to convert double. 1 quart has 2 pints. Each pint has 2 cups. I'm going to write that down somewhere. 1 quart has 2 pints. So 1 quart has 2 pints. If I have, so each quart has 2 pints, that's times 2. If I have 6 quarts, that means I will have 12 pints. Then it said each pint has 2 cups. If I have 1 pint has 2 cups, that's times 2, and I have 12 pints, that means that would be 24 cups. That is the answer. So double conversion. And let's try our last example of double conversion. Paul ran 1.5 kilometers. How many centimeters did he run? So if you look at your conversion chart, it says each kilometer, I don't know, I'm going to have to go back. Me trying to memorize it. Each kilometer has 1,000 meters, and each meter has 100 centimeters. So each kilometer has 1,000 meters. So if I have 1.5 kilometer, how many meters I have? How do you turn 1 kilometer to 1,000 times 1,000? So let's try to use common sense. Each kilometer is 1,000, so 1 kilometer will be 1,000. Half of it would be 500, so that'd be 1,500 meters. But it said turn it into centimeters. Each meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. If you had 1,500 meters, how many centimeters would that be? How do you turn 1 meter to 100 centimeters? Times 100. So I multiply by 100, 1,500 times 100 would be this 1,500. You add 2 zeros because you're multiplying by 100. The answer would be 150,000 centimeters. So 1.5 kilometer is equivalent to 150,000 centimeters. So this is the study of how to convert measurement units.